Well, hi there. How are you? Are you doing okay? Yeah, okay. Don't you feel weird talking to a computer screen? I'm kidding. All right. I have a new card trick I'm going to do. Trying to catch up with some of my magic and also to practice to warm up for the weekends. Yeah. All right. This is a trick. It uses 4 guys. Do you know what 4 guys it uses? No ladies, not the jacks, but the kings. Yes. And just so you know, I did mess around with the white. It didn't do much. The brightness, I kind of got it, I guess, a little more brighter so it would show. We're going to get back to that, though, because that's something important we're going to talk about. All right. So you got 4 kings, nothing funny about them or anything like that. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to have a card selected. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Watch. This is hard to do because sometimes 2 comes off and so on. All right. We got the King of Diamonds. We've got the King of Clubs. We've got the King of Hearts and the King of Spades. Oh, that's it. Nothing funny there, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll stick those right here. And yes, they are kings. All right. They're going there. Now, I'm not going to touch those, okay? That's extremely important for you to know. All right. And in this deck, like I said, it's all completely different and so on. Let's see if I can give them a couple of cuts. This looks like a nice card. I'm going to use this card right here, the Ace of Spades. All right. This is going to be the important person. And the kings will be bodyguards. I know it's a little reversed. But check it out. Nothing funny at all. Watch. And this does really go in there. Like I said I wasn't going to touch the kings. Look. See? I had to kind of touch them a little bit just to put that in there. All right. The other cards, we're going to give a couple of cuts. Turning the deck face up. Oh, that's my favorite card, by the way, the Jack of Spades. Interesting. Now watch. We're going to see how good these bodyguards are. Shoot, I forgot to sign the card. I hope you trust me. I mean, that... All right. Watch. Just like that. And look. One card is face down. And with one finger, I'm going to spread. Actually, when it was taught to me, it was taught in the no sign version. But I promise, on the Bible, that I'm not using duplicate cards or anything. Look, there's only 4 cards. Watch. 1, look, no tape. 2, 3, 4, And people, I mean, I'm telling you, they examine these till the cows come home. Because the 4 kings were right here, and you saw me put the ace of spades in there, but somehow it did escape. And this is, on my life, the same ace of spades. Even though I forgot to sign it, it really is the same ace of spades. Alright. I do hope you enjoyed that one, though I forgot a part. And the thing is, there's a lot of people, they're like, Ed, it's time to upgrade your camera, your webcam. Or, Ed, you need to get new headphones and microphones. And it gets kind of irritating because basically they're telling me stuff I already know. At the time, the camera that I got, it's a Logitech. It was the most expensive at Best Buy, where I go all the time if I need computers or whatever. They have the best prices, it seems. And it was a $60 webcam. They did have a 130 webcam, but it was like on the top of a pole. It was like a pole camera or something. It was like on the pole, and it couldn't adjust. You know, you couldn't point it down or up or anything. So I couldn't get that one. But I have seen online where they do have some very good ones. Like I said, if people are really upset about my webcam, like someone said, you know, come on, it's time to upgrade your webcam. And I wasn't being a smartass, but and I wasn't trying to come off as a beggar, but I said, you know, I agree. And I said, you know, if you happen to have X amount of money, I promise you that I will use it to buy a new webcam. Same thing, you know, a mic and headset combination. The one I got, again, it was about $60. The most expensive one there. And they said it was the best. But I saw one, I couldn't believe it, it was $159. Obviously, I can't afford that. But it would be kind of sad if people rated my stuff just based on my webcam and stuff, because I'm doing the best I can. And I do agree, I do need a better webcam. And this here, we're talking more or less for my magic, my hypnosis and stuff. That's more a listening thing. You know, for all that goes, I can be like this for my hypnosis. But yeah, so that's just a couple things I wanted to bring up. I hope everyone is doing good. And I really want to stress to everyone to listen to the ultra recordings, the ultra depth, and the ultra height. Someone did write as far as my ultra height. You see why I'm doing this at the last? Because some people are like, dang, it takes you frickin' 15 minutes to do magic. And that's because I talk and I'm chatty. And a lot of you guys said that you like that. You know, you like me using that approach. What was I getting to? Ultra height, oh, yes. And someone is like, oh, you know, I thought you're Christian and everything, and I am. You know, I don't do past life stuff. Though if you do age regression, you know, it will come up. Occasionally someone will go into another place where they lived. And then there's something called life progression, because they theorize if you can go to past lives, then you must be able to go into the future lives and so on. Like I said, if I was doing age regression and someone went into a past life, I would take it and accept it for what it is. I think it's basically the mind kind of telling a story that it kind of needs to get off the chest. Though there's die-hard reincarnation believers and so on. I do age regression, and it's, to me, one of the most powerful forms of hypnosis. And yes, one time I did it's on my Facebook, I did do an astral travel type thing. Ultra height, that is left for the person's own interpretation of where they go. Because, you see, you're kind of going like this. Ultra depth is like this. You're just going down. Whereas ultra height, your body goes down, 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 deep into trance. But your subconscious mind goes up, 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 higher and higher. Okay? And they're like, oh, you're doing anti-Christian stuff. And to me, that's not my interpretation of it. I do think you do go to different planes. And possibly you go right to the plane before heaven, where there's angels and maybe where you can see some people that have passed away. That's why I said when I was doing ultra height in the session, give a hug to those who may have helped you. Or when I said white beings. Maybe I should not have put that in there because that's my own interpretation. But I do believe that you do go to a different consciousness altogether. And it's a consciousness where only positivity can go. And a lot of hypnotists, when they learn ultra height, that's the method they use. Because in ultra height, the person finds out what the problem is and how to correct it, if it will happen there or within the next couple of weeks. And when you bring them out of ultra height, you can ask about it, So a lot of hypnotists use just ultra height as the main hypnosis session, so to speak. Not all the time, but maybe 80% of the time they use ultra height. And like ultra depth, and you heard about some of the miraculous stuff with ultra depth. Same type stuff is being said about ultra height. Alright, so some thoughts, got a little card trick and so on, and I hope you guys enjoy everything. I thank you and I love you. Go to www.eddini.com. If I already said that, I apologize. Bye-bye.